perhaps our favorite sommelier in the whole world is a wonderful woman named Sarah Brunel. She's an event sommelier from Castello Banfi Vintners, and she's kind enough to join us today.
Which is part of the Republic National.
Yes.
Which this segment is brought to you
That's
by
right.
Republic National Distributing Company.
If it's fun, we're doing it right. That's what we always say about it. Normally when we talk to you, Sarah, we're drinking Italian. We're not drinking Italian today.
We're going to our domestic portfolio.
Wow.
And we've got some really exciting new things.
You brought some beer?
You brought us some soda?
I know. Half can will travel. This is Euphoria. And it is just the most wonderful, sparkling, just a hint of fizz in a can. So we're going to be talking about that. It's not, no, and it's a blended wine of. And here, let me pour some.
It's
for
wine.
you.
Different varietals?
Yes, it is Pinot Gris, Riesling, Muscat, and Gewürztraminer.
Wow.
But you know, I mean, people nowadays they want wine that fits their lifestyle. And especially here in South Florida, nothing says lifestyle like wine in a can.
It's football season too.
I like that.
It's so true because you can take it to the beach. It's perfect by the pool. And this is 2 full glasses.
This is good.
Yeah, it's 2 full glasses of wine in a can. And look at this pretty label. Euphoria, aromatic white wine from Washington State. And this is from our Pacific Rim and Company portfolio. And we're just thrilled. And as you know, this got for November 2018 Best Buy and Wine Enthusiast magazine.
Wow.
It's really good. We know tailgates or at the beach or wherever you might. It's just easier to be able to take a 6-pack of cans.
Yeah, you've got a big cooler, and you're afraid of breaking the bottles where you put them down in the ice. Right. You just throw a bunch of cans in.
Vegan friendly, gluten free, and it's totally recyclable. So, you know, I mean, but it's solid. The can is solid, and this label is really pretty. It's we commissioned this artist, Flora Brewster, to do this painting, and it symbolizes the wine because the sum of the varietals or the sum of the wine is bigger than its parts. So it's Pinot Gris, Riesling, Muscat, and Gewürztraminer. And it has a nice complexity, but at the same time, it's so easy to drink. And
they're
just a little bit of fizz.
all from Washington State.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do they also bottle it or not? It's
Yes.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, and we also have it in kegs. And coming soon, we are going to have our sparkling rosé as well in cans. But for right now, we just got this in.
And you'll come back and see us?
I will.
Washington State. It used to be that, well, in the old days, I would think white wine with them. Chateau Saint Michel.
Right.
In the older days, used to do a lot. Now, I can't think of Washington State without thinking of wonderful Merlots,
beautiful
Syrahs,
cabs.
and cabs.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. And that's a great segue into our next wine is what we're going to be talking about is a winery. Oh, we're going to start with the cab here. A winery that is new to us, relatively new to us, called Silver Totem. And we wanted to capture all that sunlight that is in Washington State. You know, there's longer days, as you know, since you were just out there. There's longer, they have actual longer days. And the grapes seem to get this wonderful softness and richness while still keeping varietal character. And so the value for the money in Washington State is really there. And now consumers know that. So we're going to be talking about Silver Totem. And this particular wine is a Cabernet Sauvignon. It does have a little bit of Malbec in there, but this is entirely from Horseheaven Hills, which maybe you went to visit when you were out there. So exclusively Horseheaven Hills from this appellation in Washington State.
There are some wonderful areas for growing. You know, when you go to Washington, the Seattle area, many of the wineries decided to do their tasting rooms within a very short 30-minute drive from Seattle. But if you want to go into the vineyards, you drive across the state. There's an area called Red Mountain, which makes some of the best cabs.
Thank you.
And it is a good 3 or 4 hour drive across the state to get there. But absolutely wonderful wines. Now, Walla Walla is even further. Woodinville is the one near Seattle.
Right, and they have some tasting rooms there. And you wondered why the tasting rooms were right there instead of at the vineyard. And then you came to understand why, because it was 4 hours to get there.
Right,
so.
it was a tough drive.
Yeah.
This has a great nose to it, Sarah.
It really does, but even on the nose, you can get that velvety, that softness, that richness of the dark fruits, a currant. You get some black cherries. You also get that punch of blue fruit from the Malbec. There's, you know,
Like that
approximately
deep, rich color, too, you
approximately
know?
15% of Malbec in here as well, and but it just has that fullness without being, you know, that astringent. There's no astringency, and the tannins are just perfectly balanced. So we love this wine. This
Oh,
has
wow.
just been,
We do love this wine.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
wonderful.
isn't it?
It is, and great value to it, isn't it?
It is a great value. Retails for approximately $17, and it
Wow.
does, yeah. So very good, and
So-
but
yeah,
it
it
covers
is.
all the bases. For those that like the softness of a Merlot, they're going to like this wine. For those that like the richness or structure of a Cabernet, they're going to like this wine. So it really kind of covers all the bases.
Silver Totem. Is it widely distributed? Can we find it readily in South Florida?
You can find it in some retail areas, and we do have it in Publix too. Absolutely.
Hey, Sarah, what a pleasure to see you.
So nice to see you too.
Gosh,
Thank you for
Don't be
having
such
me.
a stranger.
And we always learn something
Yeah,
from
we
both
learn
from Sarah,
something
from
new
Banfi, and from Republic National, where their slogan is,
If it's fun, we're doing it right.
they should have her do that voiceover because it sounds better from Kentucky, doesn't it? It really does.
It does.
All right, we're going to come back after minutes. You talk about great cookies. I'm going to tell
Oh
you
my
about
God.
the greatest cookie maybe in the country right after this.
Cheers.